Alright, in this video I am going to show you how to connect your garage remote controller to Wi-Fi so you can open your garage door from your smartphone. Here we go. There you go. Now in this video I'm going to show you how you can do that. You can also close your garage from anywhere that there's internet. Never mind the damage on the garage door. That was like that when I got here. We'll fix that later. Might even make another video if people like this one. Let's get started. This video is going to show you how to hook up your Genie Accelerator garage door opener. Okay, as you can see, this is a very old model. It was in the house when I moved in, and I came up here because I want to, and those are the connections. I tried to, there's no garage door opener, so I had one of those universal garage door openers, and you're supposed to be able to press the train button. It should have, insects falling into my mouth, excuse me. The training button is right here, so you can press that, train your remote, and, train your universal remote and have it work. But I was going to say idiots, but the people who lived here before broke it. How do you break something like that? Anyway, they broke that, and I can give you that. Well, maybe you can break that. You press it a little too hard, it breaks. Okay? But also, the indicator light, the LED indicator, is also broken. Now, there's no excuse for that being broken unless you're completely no idea what you're doing. I probably could have hotwired the training button and got by with that, but since they broke the LED indicator light, there's no way for me to tell when this is in train mode or not. So there's no way to hook up a universal remote. So the only way that I can get an automatic garage door opener to work is if I hook this garage door opener up to Wi-Fi and use my phone as the remote to open and close the door. Okay, I've never done that before, so you're going to do that along with me. And you can see the garage door opener switch on the wall. That still works, and it's connected. So what I did was I followed the line all the way back to the unit, and I can see where it connects. It's right here. These last two terminals are what control the garage door to open. If you were to put a wire right here and then tap that one, it would trigger the garage door to open. Those are the leads that open the garage door. Now, on your unit, well, this is for the accelerator, Genie Accelerator. Your unit may be different, but it would still have those type of connections in the back. And you would just have to consult your owner's manual or follow the cord back like I did, which is the short and simple way to do it. And I know for sure that it's that one because I disconnected those two wires and the LED light on the door switch turned off. So I knew for sure that that's where the connection is going to be. for me to install the Wi-Fi switch. Okay, that's what that looks like. These are the things you're going to need to complete this project. Your smartphone. This is an Android. You're going to need a 12-volt adapter. And this adapter is cool because it came with this connection that has 2 exposed wires. So I don't actually have to cut the adapter. But you may have an old 12-volt adapter that you're not using anymore. You can just simply cut off the end and use that. You're also going to need to purchase this Sonoff switch. Now I got this online on Amazon for $21.34, and it's pretty good. Okay, I've tested it, so I know it works, but we're going to continue. You're also going to need these mini screwdrivers, a capacitor. This is 100 or 1,000 UF capacitor, and some resistors. These are 10 ohms, or I think that's what they go by. Yeah. If it's not, then I'll let you know. 10 ohm resistors, and this is a relay that I got from an auto parts store, and it is what you want to make sure when you get a relay is this type of relay is that it actuates at 12 volts, because that's the output of our adapter. And also with the Sonoff comes this remote control switch, which is pretty cool. So you will be able to control your garage door with your cell phone or this remote control switch. You're also going to need a computer cord. This is from an old computer that I no longer use, so I'm going to use that to connect my Sonoff switch to the power. And these things over here are things that you may need but are not required. There's some spare wire for testing, a pen, crimpers, some connections, and some insulated connectors that fit the relay. So, and this relay is 40 amps, but you don't need to get a relay that powerful. You can get one 30 amps or even 15 amps will probably work. But the reason I got this one is because it's the only one they had, and it has those kind of connections which are easy to plug in to these insulated connectors. You're also going to need black tape and a mini fan from a computer to test your system. I'll show you about that later. Alrighty, let me say this right now at this time. I am not an electronic expert. I know a little bit about resistors and ohms and voltage and stuff, but the reason I'm making this video is because there's absolutely no information. Well, there's some information online, but it's totally inadequate on how to connect this Sonoff switch to anything. So, and you can use this switch. It doesn't have to be a garage door opening project. You can use the switch to connect, to turn on your lights, turn off your lights. You can even use it to turn on your computer. Anything you can plug into a wall, you could use this switch to turn on and off. Okay, So that's about it. I'm going to let you take a look at this stuff. So you can pause the video here if you need to take note of what you're going to actually need to get this project done. Alright? Now, I also forgot you're going to need snacks and a tall glass of lemonade. This is my Monopoly cup lemonade, because you can never have too much money, right? Okay, I'm going to start with the Sonoff switch. A little bit more information about this switch, because when it comes to you, there's absolutely zero instructions. Very minimal instructions online that you can find in the English language. So you can put your fingernail into this part, ride it along, the cover just snaps off. And what you'll see inside are the components. Now, it's not necessary for me to go over what these components are. There's other videos online that do that, and that's information is interesting but not very useful in telling you how to actually connect anything to the Sonoff. Okay? So what you're going to need is this little screwdriver. These are your connections. You got one here, one here, one here, and one here. These are where your wires go. And the thing about the Sonoff is it's directional. One side is in and one side is out. You can see we can get this to autofocus. The inside is this side, the outside is this side. This, no, I wasn't going to go over the insides, but this is the LED and this is your learn switch. So that's all you need to know. And then to connect the wires, you have to screw this little screw till it comes up. Do that on all four. Then you could slide your wire into the slots and screw it down to secure the wire. Now that's the part that they didn't tell me. When I first got this, I never seen any connectors like this before, because like I told you, I'm not an I'm not a knowledgeable electrician guy, so I never seen a connector like that, and it took me a while to figure out, oh, well, no, that's how you do it. So I'm letting you guys know right off the bat, so you don't have to go through that. So, like I said, this is the input side, this is the output side. Polarity doesn't matter. It doesn't care which is positive or which is negative. So that's good. That's one good thing about it. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this computer wire. The input side is going to get the male part of the wire, and out of this side is going to come the female part. And this one, I don't know if I said that, this is the Sonoff. You want to get the Sonoff RF. Sonoff RF stands for radio frequency. They have a regular Sonoff. It's like $5, but there's no remote for it. This one's $12. It comes with a remote. So this is what you want to get. And the total price was $21.34 with tax and shipping. But I'm going to let you know all the prices to all the stuff that I have in here, and taxes included in the prices that I'm going to list in the show notes. Okay, so I'm not an to restate, I'm not an electrician, nor am I a filmmaker. So this is going to be an informative film or video, and not an Academy Award winning production. So if things are out of focus and whatnot, I don't even know if it's out of focus or if my eyes are just blurry. But anyway, oh, actually it is a little bit, my eyes are blurry. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this wire in half and connect it to the Sonoff switch like I told you by screwing these out. Remember, okay, I got one side of the Sonoff connected, as you can see. So the thing about the Sonoff is that, the lid cover, is that it has this piece on it. So you want to make sure you thread your wire through that piece before you connect it to the Sonoff, so that you'll be able to put the cover on after you connect the wires. Now about this wire is that you can see they have three wires inside, and usually in the house the black is positive and the white is negative and green is ground. And so what happens here is that we don't need the ground, so once you connect the wire you could just bend it back like that, make sure it's out of the way. And another thing about this is that it comes with this white insulator type stuff around it, which kind of gets in the way. So what I would do is just prop it up like that and burn away. First cut off as much of the white insulator as you can, not the white insulation around the white wire, but that white fluffy stuff that's inside the computer cord, which you'll see once you cut it in half. You can just burn it off like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and thread this through here and connect it to the Sonoff. And like I said, we don't need to worry about the ground because we're going to be using this adapter to step it down to 12 volts anyway. And if you're using an old adapter that you may have lying around, be sure and use your computer fan to test that adapter to make sure it works, because you want to have a working adapter before you connect everything and then you find out your adapter doesn't work. Alright, let me finish connecting this. A few things I want to point out when connecting this switch is that you want to make sure that you have the cover aligned correctly, so that these two holes are going to line up with the learn switch and the LED light. And you want to make sure that you have it correctly connected. You can see right here it tells you that this side is in, that side is out. So on the inside you want to have the male connection, and on the outside, outgoing side, you want to have the female connection. And these are the parts that come with it. These two covers, they go here, cover the wires. These are the screws. But you're going to need a larger mini screwdriver than the one you used to connect to here. And also, I recommend that if you connect the white to this side, then you want to connect the white to this side. Black over here, black over here. You want to keep that consistent, even though polarity doesn't matter. You want the polarity of the plug to be correctly aligned. So that being said, you make sure you have it like that, and then you just close everything up. Okay, I connected all the wires to the Sonoff, and I closed the case, put the screws in. That's what it looks like. So I plugged it into, I tore the ground knob off, prong off, since we're not going to be using it. So it'll fit on the extension cord. It doesn't matter. And oh, and I forgot that computer cables, the sockets on those are a little bit smaller than standard wall sockets. So I just heated a nail to be red hot and widened the opening until the adapter could fit into the plug. So now any standard plug will fit in there. You just got to improvise sometimes. So your next step is going to be to download eWeLink. That is the program that runs with the Sonoff RF switch, and the icon looks like that. Just go to Google Play if you're on Android, or the other people if you're on their system, and search for Sonoff. It's S-on-off, Sonoff. Okay, and the eWeLink icon, when you see that one, download the app and install it. And it's pretty easy to install. Just follow the instructions on screen. You're going to have to enter your email address, confirm your email address, then enter I believe a password. No, it'll be your Wi-Fi address and password. And then you'll be registered, and then you just have to log on once you're registered and follow the instructions on screen. Now to link your Sonoff to your Wi-Fi, to your phone, you have to press and hold the learn button until the LED starts flashing real brightly. Not brightly, but often, quick flashes. And then once it's ready to be paired, once you see that flashing, and you just go to the app on your phone and follow the instructions until you're paired. And now to pair the remote handset that came with it, you're going to do 2 quick presses on the learn button, and then any button you press, you have 4, A, B are 2 big ones, and C, D are 2 little ones. But after you press this twice, and this will flash, it'll flash orange, I believe, and whichever button you press, that'll be the one that's linked, that's paired to this particular switch. So you can control it either by your phone or by this remote control switch. So I got everything hooked up and plugged in, so let's give it a test. I'm going to open up the app, and there you see, I named it garage door because that's what it's eventually going to be doing. But for right now, I hooked it up to this little computer fan, and we'll see if it works. I'm going to turn it on. There you go. Right now the garage door would be opening. You turn it off. There you go. Okay, let's try this remote. Perfect. Turn it off. Okay, it's all connected and working, as you can see. To open your garage door, this is what you would just tap it twice. Once the garage door starts opening, you can turn the switch off, and the garage door will continue to open till the cycle's finished. But what we're going to do with this capacitor and this relay is to turn this into the momentary switch. Now that we got it working, we're ready to connect the relay in order to be able to hook it up to the garage door. But before we do that, let me explain how how the relay works. Okay, this is the 12 volt adapter which you're going to connect to the Wi-Fi switch. And what happens, what a relay does is that when you send the power through the relay, it closes this switch, which is like pressing a button. So a relay is like pressing a button. So what happens when the power goes on, the switch closes and this circuit is complete. When the power's off, the switch opens and no current flows through this side. Okay? Power on, circuit closes, and you got power. Now, the thing about the relay is that these two circuits are not connected. This energy from the 12 volt adapter runs through this circuit, and then this is a totally separate circuit. And the relay, all the relay does is it's like pressing a button. So this is your finger, your electronic finger that presses the button. Okay? So what we're going to do with the capacitor and the resistor is turn this always on switch into a momentary switch. Because if we just hook it up like this straight to the garage door opener, then when this power is on, it's going to always be sending a signal. And if you forget to turn the button off on your phone, it will continually send a signal to the garage door opener, and it may confuse the opener, and it may close when you don't want it to, or may burn out a circuit or cause other problems. So what we need to do is turn this always on switch into a momentary switch by adding the capacitor and the resistor. So here's how you're going to connect that. From the 12 volt adapter, you're going to connect, it doesn't matter which is positive or negative, you're just going to connect one wire to 85 and one wire to 86 on the relay. And the relay should be numbered. The numbers are on the bottom right next to the prong if you bought the same kind that I did. And then from the relay number 87 and number 30, those connect to the garage door opener. But on 87, you want to wire to the capacitor and another wire to the resistor, from the resistor back to the capacitor, and then to the garage door opener. And then what's that going to do for you is turn this always on switch into a momentary switch, because what happens is that the capacitor, when the power's on, the circuit closes, so the capacitor will fill up with energy, and once the capacitor is full, it fires, and then the garage door would open. What the resistor does is drain the capacitor, so it will fill up, fire once, and it won't be able to fill back up because the resistor will be eating up the power. And then so that way, even if you forget to turn the switch off on your phone, it will not continuously be sending a signal to the garage door opener. Okay? So once again, from the adapter, you connect to 85 and 86 on the relay, and then from 87 and 30 on the relay, it connects to the garage door opener. So you're going to run a wire through the capacitor, the resistor, to the garage door opener, straight from 30 to the garage door opener. And that's the complete circuit. And I'm going to go connect that right now and see if it works. I recommend you spend the money and the time to get the capacitor and the resistor and hook it up just like this. I made the diagram easy by using these symbols instead of the traditional electrical signals that don't tell you how the wires should go. It causes about a 2-second delay from when you press the button for the capacitor to fill up and fire, but those 2 seconds I think are well worth the safety that this capacitor and resistor adds to the circuit, because the garage door won't close on you as you're driving towards it, or you won't burn out your garage door opener motor. Okay, I have everything connected. Here's my Wi-Fi switch. It's plugged in over there, and I taped the adapter up here. It's plugged into the other side of the Wi-Fi switch, and here's the cord coming out of the adapter. As you can see, it's connected to the relay as I've shown you in the diagram, and then the 2 wires coming out of the relay are connected right here on my garage door opener. So everything's set. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the wire coming out of the relay. Here is the capacitor and the resistor connected in between the relay and the garage door opener, and they're connected here on mine. Yours may be different. So that's the complete setup. I'm very confident it should work. Alright everybody, we're all done. Now we're ready for the big test. Everything's hooked up the way it's supposed to be, the way I told you, the way I showed you. Now we're ready for the test. Remember to tap it twice to turn it back off. Now we're going to test the remote. I guess you have to be a little bit closer for the remote to work. But that's fine. That's radio frequency. Let's try it again. Alright. So that's about it. Remote, you got to be a little bit closer. The Wi-Fi, theoretically you can be anywhere that there's internet and you're connected to the internet. But how are you going to test that unless you have someone at home call while you try to open your garage door? But like I said earlier, don't worry about the damage to the garage door. That's not what this was about. It was like that when I got it. Just like the garage door opener was messed up like I showed you in the beginning, with no way to program automatic door opener. So I figured out how to hook it up Wi-Fi. Now I have an automatic garage door opener in my phone. Thanks for watching.